Morning. I'm excited. I'm excited because we're gonna make cookies and I like cookies. Oh crud, I bought all the things to make strawberry dumplings. And I got distracted by cookies. That's all right. We'll make cookies anyway. And then maybe Monday we'll make strawberry dumplings. Yeah, come watch. I hope you're here. And if you're watching live, say so. Say so. I'm gonna need my food processor, or thing, this thing. I'm gonna need some measuring cups. Go with half a cup. Gonna need that. I think that's about it. We're gonna make some cookies this morning. If you're watching live, say good morning. Say hey, KJ. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Cindy. What's Cindy says not on replay. Good morning. We're gonna make cookies. Cookies. Okay, listen, my friend Vicky, she sent me this recipe that was an Instagram reel, and it was cottage cheese chocolate chip cookies. And it was mostly on plan. It had a little bit of stuff in it that wasn't, and it was really higher fat. And so I'm gonna put on a hoodie because I'm froze and I need my slippers. I should have gotten those first. I need slippers and a hoodie for a Saturday morning cook. All right. I'm cold. It's cold in here. Good morning, Tammy. Hey, Faith. All right. Now I'm ready to make cookies. So anyway, these cookies had cottage cheese in them. And I thought, okay, I can do that. Cottage, they looked so good, but they were just chocolate chip. And I thought, and they had maple syrup in them and they had tons of almond flour. And I'm like, they're really heavy with, I can't only eat, if you have cookies with almond flour, you don't want to eat too many because it's just almonds ground up. And almond flour is on plan, but it's heavy. And I don't know about you, but when I sit down with a cup of coffee and cookies, I don't want one cookie. What kind of weirdo eats one cookie? No, thank you. So I wanted to lighten these up. So then I thought, well, I could also lighten them up, but then I could also make them into cowboy cookies. I haven't had cowboy cookies in a while, and I like cowboy cookies. Do you guys like cowboy cookies? Tell me in the comments if you've ever had a cowboy cookie. I like cowboys too, but I like their cookies even more. Actually, I don't know. Yes, I like their cookies even more. So let's make some cowboy cookies, and right, some people eat a half a cookie. Are they French? Supposedly the French eat one bite of dessert, and they say that's enough. What? Psychopaths. All right, let's get some cottage cheese. It's in the back of my fridge. I got a couple of open containers. Hopefully not expired cottage cheese. Let's see, what's the date on this? No, we're good. We're good. All right. Good morning. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Jill. All right. I wrote down what I want to do. This is what I do. I write a recipe like this on the back of a note so you can't even really see it. And then I just kind of wing it from there. We're going to start with 1 cup of cottage cheese. I think I'm going to use this crappy cottage cheese because honestly, Publix cottage cheese isn't that good. You haven't, Faith? Oh, they're so good. I much prefer Good Culture cottage cheese. So I'm going to save that for the eating and put this in the cookies. So I'm going to do 1 cup and I'm going to blend it up because nobody wants chunks of cottage cheese in their cookie. And I'm going to measure it because I want to make sure my cookies come out pretty good. Okay, 1 cup of cottage cheese. I'm doing low fat. You could do higher fat if you wanted, but why would you when you can do low fat and have it taste the same? I do too, Jamie. I like cookies as well. I'm a fan. All right, let's just blend this up. I didn't charge this thing yet. I said that the last 5 videos that I needed to charge this thing. You could use your blender. or your Ninja or your food processor, whatever. I'm just using this thing. Okay, somebody keep track of the protein so we can figure out how many proteins are in each, how much protein is in each cookie. Ew, this says maltodextrin in it. Why they put that in my cottage cheese? That's why I like Good Culture. It's got milk and salt. All right. Publix, why are you putting crap bioengineered ingredients? Okay, get better cottage cheese than Publix. Pardon me, Publix, but nobody wants that. So 24 grams. Somebody writing this down? 24 grams of protein so far. I'm gonna leave that sitting out so that I'll still forget to charge it. Quarter cup of brown sweetener. I know I have an open bag of this. Yes, I do, right here. Quarter cup. I got it at Publix, right next to the Publix cottage cheese. I bought this one for mixing into things and this one for eating with my face because I really like it. This one is quite good. See how thick it is? It's quite good. Oh, all right. How much cottage? A quarter cup. I'm going to taste the batter. I'm going to do a quarter cup of brown sweetener. And it's going to be packed in. A lightly packed brown sweetener. Quarter cup. Okay, if you don't have brown sweetener, use a quarter cup of gentle sweet and a teaspoon of molasses, okay? But it's so much easier. I've been watching you since way back. Do you remember when you sent out an alert for when your videos would go live for cooking? I know you still do them for devotions. I don't think I ever did a live notification for cooking, Marianne. It just, Facebook sometimes gives notifications and sometimes doesn't. I used to do a text for devotions, but that cost me $8 a day. And I decided it was too much money. I should do, yes, if you set up YouTube alerts, Marianne, if you set up YouTube alerts, YouTube will tell you, and then you can come watch it on Facebook. But YouTube is much more reliable than Facebook. All right, I'm going to put in a teaspoon of vanilla, which I didn't get out yet. Not even the right drawer. Teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to do a cup of baking blend. I should have got that out first, but I didn't. So where do you think I stored that? I think this is my older bag. Let's smell it. Make sure. Fine. 1 cup of baking blend. You could do almond flour if you want, but just remember, it's straight up grounded up almonds. That's a lot of, so this is where I don't know how the recipe is going to work by using baking blend instead of almond. We'll see. We'll see. Let's do coconut oil, melted. Couple of tablespoons of coconut oil. So 2 tablespoons. We'll melt it. I should measure. Let's be professionals. Two tablespoon measuring spoon right here. This old spoon. Okay, 2 tablespoons, but melt it. You know, if you wonder how cold it is in my house, my coconut oil is rock solid. Does that tell you how cold it is in here? Oh, yeah. My husband claims it's not that cold. There's just something wrong with my circulation. I think he's wrong. Do you like it when I'm professional, Cindy? I'm glad. Yeah, it does that, Meredith. You got to have the YouTube notifications on. Oh, still not melted. It's so cold, it's taking 25 seconds to melt a tiny little bit of coconut oil. My nose is running. Oh, I like Ingles. I wish we had one close by because they have dream fields, but the closest one I can get to is Boone. Boone's a bit of a drive to go to a grocery store. All right. And I don't go to Boone very often because it's crazy pants over there. Busy. 2 tablespoons of melted coconut oil. I'm going to give this a stir. Looks like cookie dough. Yeah, it looks like cookie dough. It is getting hard to find, Carrie. Yes, Good Culture has lots of probiotics in it. Lots of them. All right. I did my cottage cheese, my brown sweetener, cinnamon. Cowboy cookies have to have cinnamon. I'm going to do, like, I'm not a super big, tons of cinnamon kind of girl, so I'm going to do about a half teaspoon of cinnamon. You could do a teaspoon if that was, oh, well, I guess I'm going to do a teaspoon of cinnamon because I just poured the whole thing in there. Teaspoon of cinnamon, half a cup of protein powder, okay? Woo! Get your, no, Stacy, I'm making this up as I go. This is spilling. I need a better container. Half a cup, okay, of protein powder. So let's look at that. That has, pardon me while I scratch my boob on camera. That's professional. 16 grams of real protein, but it has the bioequivalence of 48 grams. So we got 96 bioequivalent grams in this, plus the protein that was in our cottage cheese. Holy Hannah, that's a lot. Half a cup. This is vanilla optimized whey. I need a new container. That's spilling every single time I open it. I'm losing powder all over the counter. These are getting thick. Hi, Halen. I'm going to do 1/4 cup of chopped nuts. I should have chopped them with my thingy first. So I'm going to have to chop them by hand. I don't know where my, what is that? I don't know where my chopping board, cutting board, whatever you call it. It's in the dishwasher. Do I have an extra? I know I do. Well, I've got this pizza peel. I'll use this to chop my nuts. We're going to do 1/4 cup of chopped pecans. Pecans. That's how you say it in this house. Chopped pecans. Chop them up with your Ninja if you want, but mine's in the dishwasher. And my dishwasher's running right now. So we forgot to start it last night. Not a big nut and cookie person, but Cowboy cookies need nuts. I do like nuts in my Cowboy cookies. I've got a good joke hiding there, but I'm going to go ahead and not say it. All right. Chopped pecans and 1/4 cup of coconut. I do too. I hope they turn out too, Stacy. Quarter cup of coconut. I think I'm going to need to add an egg to this because it's too dry. Let's add an egg. Let's just put an egg in there. 1 egg. So 6 more grams of protein. I'm running low on eggs. Wonder how much protein that shell added. Oh, and that one too. What is going on? Why is that cracking so hard? All right, let's start with that and see how it goes. See, I think I need a bigger bowl. I need a bigger bowl. Nope, not putting no salt in it. It's got cottage cheese, got tons of salt. I'm putting 1 egg. You could totally put some cranberries in here. Should I? Cowboy cookies sometimes do have cranberries. I need a bigger bowl. This isn't working. This is just not big enough. Because I want to get that protein powder mixed in well. I should put some. I don't have any unsweetened cranberries right now. I have fresh cranberries. Oh, thanks, Dana. I like that you're here. Cranberries, Cowboy cookies do have cranberries usually, right? So, and they have oatmeal, but I ain't doing that. I don't think I have any I have fresh cranberries, but that would be nasty pants. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes fresh cranberries. If you do, well, I'm sorry. But I could, oh, chocolate chips. Oh my word. It's the most important ingredient and I almost forgot it. I'm going to do a 1/4 cup. Should I put some? Quarter cup. What should I put some goji? What if I put goji in here? A few goji, just a few. What do y'all think of that? Should I put it? Should I do it? Should I not? What do you think? Goji berries in my cookies? Just a few? Like, how many carbs can they really be in a whole batch of cookies? That's really good. Raw egg and all. Tastes great. Let's put goji berries in it. Let's do it. I don't think I have any cranberries. Let me make sure. I know I don't. Because I think I ate the last of them the other day. I know I don't. Oh, that batter is quite good. Let's see. No berries? I could do a couple. Everybody's saying yes except for Meredith. Meredith says no. Meredith, you lose. All right. 32, wait, 1 ounce is 17 carbs. You could totally leave the goji berries out if you don't want them. But 1 ounce would be 17 carbs. So I think I'm going to weigh out 1 ounce and see how much it is because I don't want to overdo the carbs in my cookies. I just got cookie batter up my nose. Where do you think I put that? Scale. I thought it was in here. What happened to my scale? All right, where did that go? Where could I have put that thing? We're gonna put 2 tablespoons. Thanks, Pam. We're just gonna put 2 tablespoons. Just. All right, that's about 1. Okay, about 2 tablespoons of goji. You can totally leave those out if you want because goji berries don't really taste like cranberries. They kind of taste like kiwi and sweat. They're very weird. They're one of those things where you take one and you're like, I don't like it. And then as you continue to chew it, it gets better. They're weird. but I actually really like them. All right. Okay. There we go. Cowboy cookie dough. Let's see. Let's cook them. I used this pan for something last night. I don't remember what, but I must use parchment because there's this clean. What did I use this for? What did I cook last night? I don't recall. Oh, I made a pizza. I made a pizza last night. It's the chew, Stacy. I like the chew of them. They're really, I like them in my yogurt because they give good chew. I put coconut in there, Anne. There's coconut in there. I think I put a 1/4 cup of coconut. All right, let's see. Do I have I don't have a cookie scoop anymore. All right, but the key to making a good cookie is to use a measuring cup. Just make sure it's the right one. 1/4 cup or a cookie scoop. Oh, I love raisins in my cookies. Protein in the nuts. There is 3 grams in an ounce. Yep, 3 grams. And 2 grams in the coconut. We should figure out the fat too while they're cooking. We should do math together. I'm going to use a 1/4 cup measuring thing. Let's complicate it, KJ. This is going to make about I don't know. This is going to make about oh, that's a big old hunk of eggshell. Was that eggshell or coconut? Sure looked like eggshell. Where did it go? Okay, well, whoever finds that wins the prize, which is going to be me because I'm the only person eating on plain cookies. I love raisins. I love raisins in my cookies. All right, we've got 6, 7, 8, 10. Okay, 10. Let's take a little bit. Let's do 3 tablespoons per cookie so we can get 12. 11 and a half. Never has there been a messier recipe creator on the planet. I don't even. All right, we're going to cook those first and see what happens. All right. I usually do use a 1/4 cup measuring cup for my cookies to make them big, but we'll go with 3 tablespoons each. So they'll still be big, but we'll get a dozen. Nobody wants to get 10 cookies out of a batch. What a stupid number. All right. I think those are going to take about 12 minutes. That would be my guess on 350. All right. Now let's figure out while we're waiting. Okay, so if we get 12 cookies, how much protein is that? Did you figure it out? Cindy, you've got 90. Oh, I'll wait till you come on screen and say how much because I've already lost track of the count of protein. We'll just wait here while she does the math. If you're watching this live, I'd love if you give it a share. It's really helpful to me if you share. That keeps it in people's algorithm. If it never gets shared, then it starts getting hidden and people don't get notifications. I know 10 would have made the math easier, but I like to complicate things as much as possible. Oh, hi, Beverly. I love your name. Beverly is such a beautiful name. 24 plus 96 plus 6 plus 3 plus 2. So 5, 11, 107, 127, 131. Is that right? 131 divided by 12. Did I do that right? 130. I did it right. Now divide that by 12. That I can't do. I can't do decimals in my brain. It's something like 11.5, 11.4, 11.4, 10, 11.4, 11.2, 131. No, 11.4. No, I don't know. Somebody hurry up and do the math. I'm standing here awkwardly. What's 131 divided by 12? Maybe my comments are just slow. I could have gotten out my calculator. I could have gotten, hey Siri, what's 131 divided by 12? Ignored me. She said, screw you, I'm not doing math on a Saturday. Literally, she just ignored me. Okay, so 10 point, okay, we'll go with 11. Thank you, Jill. Okay, so we got 11 grams of protein per cookie. Okay, now let's do the fat. Ready? Somebody write this down. 5, wait, hold on. 3, okay, 3 plus 28, dang. Plus 20, man, the fat be adding up. Plus 20, holy Hannah. Wait, no, that's not right. No, okay. Hold on. 3 tablespoons goes into a cup. How many times? Oh, there's 4 tablespoons in a quarter cup. There's 4 tablespoons in a quarter cup. There's 4 quarter cups, which means there's 16 tablespoons, which means there's, oh, it hurts, 5.5 servings, and 5.5 times 2.5 is 12.5, 13.5, about 13.5. So add 14 more grams of fat. Is there any fat in the whey protein? No. Okay, what's that come out to? How much fat is that? Oh my gosh, we had coconut too. Oh, I already gave you that. And there's no fat in the goji. Okay, 85 divided by 12. It's like 7. 7 times 12 is 8. So about 7 grams of fat per cookie. Okay, not that bad. That's not terrible. Okay, 7 grams of fat and 11 grams of protein per cookie. There, look at that. Now our cookies are probably close to done. No, they're not. Did I set a timer? Oh yeah, I did. Okay, there. Fat bomb cowboy cookies. Fat bum, fat bomb, fat bomb. This is gonna be a little bit. I'm starving. I feel hungry. I'm gonna have a bite. That sounds good on camera, I'm sure. I don't love cottage cheese these days. I love cottage cheese in things, but on things or plain, I don't love it the way I used to. I did add chocolate chips, Marianne. That is another 18 grams of fat. So these are about 10 grams of, right about 10 grams of fat per cookie. That's not that bad because your body burns through fat pretty easily. So, but 2 cookies is 20 grams of fat. Now, just imagine, had we used almond flour, okay? This is why baking blend, when you can swap it out, is a good idea. Had we used almond flour, it would have been an additional 60 grams of fat. 60 more grams. That's a whole nother 6 grams of fat per cookie. No. 12 cookies. 5 grams of fat. I hate math. 5 grams of fat per cookie more. That's no bueno. I mean, that stuff adds up vastly. That is why it is so important. S meals are amazing. S meals are healthy, they're nourishing, but it's so important that we're mindful of our heavy S meals. S meals are so good for you, but the fat in them adds up so quickly. And we can very easily, you think about it, you sit down to a steak dinner and you have broccoli and you put some butter on it, and then you're like, let me sprinkle some cheese. And oh, you know what I'm gonna have on the side? I'm gonna have green beans sauteed in coconut oil, and I'm gonna have some no carb easy bread, and I'm gonna slather butter on it because this is an S meal, and maybe a little dessert. I'm going to have, perfect, Cindy, thank you. I'm going to have for dessert a little bowl of chocolate chips and nuts, right? You do that, and before you know it, you have easily got 80 grams of fat in your dinner. And that will slow down your journey. So while we don't count and we don't obsess over the numbers because it's unnecessary to do that, it's good to be mindful because fat adds up so quick. I mean, think about how often do we take a couple of tablespoons of coconut oil to cook up our green beans? And that couple tablespoons is 28 grams of fat in 2 tablespoons. But we often do it. I mean, yeah. And that's okay once in a while. So no carb easy bread is totally different, Marianne. It's a totally different bear. And it may work in this. I could definitely try it. I could definitely try it. I would replace, if I did no carb easy bread, I probably would only do a cup of no carb easy bread because they might stay wet. Full fat cottage cheese, well, it would depend on, you'd have to, so low fat cottage cheese has 1.5 grams of fat. So this is 1% and it has 1.5. So full fat probably has 6 per serving would be my guess. So it would probably add 12 or so. That would be my guess. That would be my guess. But yeah, it would be a little different. So how much fat are we shooting for in an S meal? There is no number. There is no defined number in an S meal. There really isn't a guideline I can give you, but I would stick as close to, this is just my own personal experience, not necessarily a professional guideline, but if I was having an S meal, I try the best possible to stick to 20 grams or less. That's so an E meal or a fuel pool meal has up to 5 grams of fat. A light S, there's no number for keeping it a light S. It's just keeping it back lightened up. That is like 15 grams of fat, maybe, is a good guideline for a pulled back S. A light S, 15 to 20, maybe. What oil do you use to saute spinach? I don't saute spinach because I think saute spinach is gross. But I would use coconut oil, just a little coconut oil. You don't want it. Coconut or palm is the best oil for high heat. A heavy S, so the reason these are heavy S, Marianne, is because they have fat from the coconut, fat from the nuts, fat, there's a little fat in the cottage cheese, there's some fat in the baking blend, there's just a lot of added, like, little bits, and it all adds up. The coconut oil, and so I think I would, these are not a heavy S. If you're having a serving, these are not a heavy S. But if you had 5 or 6 cookies, that would be a heavy S. So 2 of these would be 16 grams of fat. That's not a heavy S. That's a beautiful, beautiful S snack. If I was having, though, if you think about it, so say I had 2 cookies, that's, we figured out what, 8.5, I think she said, about 8 point, somewhere around there. So say, let's say 9 grams of fat per cookie. That's 18 grams of fat. Fine. Beautiful S, all good. Okay, I was wrong. They need more than that. So let's do another. Let's go with 2 minutes to start. We've already done 12 minutes. Let's do 2 more. If I'm having 2 of these, and that's 18 grams of fat for dessert, those, or I mean for a snack with a cup of coffee, all good. But now let's say I had a chicken thigh with broccoli and cooked in coconut oil, or green beans cooked in coconut oil and had some cheese on it, and it's delicious. And then that's a beautiful S meal, but then I add 2 cookies on top of it for dessert. That's where you get into really heavy S territory and can start to overdo the fats. Heavy S can absolutely cause stalls, Marianne. Absolutely. Heavy S can cause stall. Some people do better on heavy S than others. If I have too many heavy S, I don't lose. I try to pull back. I try to lighten up most of my heavy S. But I do eat heavy S meals. I do enjoy them. I just don't have heavy S for breakfast, heavy S for lunch, heavy S for dinner. If you're having constant cheesy, nutty, creamy meals, try to lighten them up where you can. There's certain things you can do to, lessen up. Like a teaspoon of fat in a pan with your green beans is just as decadent and delicious as 2 tablespoons. But often we just grab a scoop and throw it in there because, oh, it's an S meal, we can have lots of fats. So it's good for your body. There's nothing wrong with healthy fats. You just want to be mindful, especially if you're in a stall or you're struggling, or, heavy S to me are most amazing for somebody coming back to THM after a long while, or just starting THM and they're like, I really need decadence. Then have your heavy S. I'm going to a wedding and there's beautiful heavy S food. I'm going to eat it and enjoy it. I'm just not going to have heavy S for every meal. That's all. All right. Let's look at these and see if they need more time. They do. They're looking pretty. They look good. Let me break one open. Since this is the first time I'm making this, I kind of gotta know. Yeah, they need more time. They're getting a little brown on the bottom. So I'm wondering if 325 might have been a better temp. Sometimes 325 is better for cookies, depending. They taste good. They're good. If you haven't seen it yet, I did my GLP-1 update this morning. I took my second dose of the 38 units, which is week 12 for me. I was down 2.2 pounds this week for a total of 9.6. So I went down beyond my lowest with the GLP-1 again. So that's good. I did have a few symptoms this week that I haven't had in a while. I had nausea this week, not extreme, not debilitating, did not, keep me from doing anything I wanted to do, or just there were times when I was like, after eating. That was like first 3 days, and then that went away. And then I had a wee bit of other side effects that we're not going to talk about live on the internet while we're talking about food. It's 2 things you don't want to talk about together. One of my side effects and cookies. But it was a good week, and I felt good this week on it. And I exercised 5 days. I got in my 5 days. Marianne, a lot of people say that the best thing you can do for your monthly cycle. There are people who eat according to their cycle. I don't fully understand it or I'm knowledgeable about it, but one of the best things you can do for having less symptoms during your cycle is getting off sugar. Sugar heightens cramping, and yeah, one of the best things you can do is just get your butt on plan. That's one of the best things you can do. I think they need 2 more minutes. All right, these are long cooking cookies. So this will be 6, 12, 18 minutes. But wild yam cream, I don't know about that. I have never heard about that. I don't even know what that is. Where do you get that? From a flower? A wild yam in the front yard? Squeeze it? I don't know what that is. That coffee is cold and gross. I think my cream is a little bit. You know, I should make some. I keep promising one plop creamy drops made with protein powder. I should do that. We could do that right now. Would you like to do that while we wait on cookies? Because we kind of want the cookies to cool for a few minutes after they're done. Should we make some one plop creamer drops, high protein version? Not really. I have this. I have my coffee maker and my Breville over here, but I don't have like my coffee bar that I had in Maine. I have a perfect spot for it, but I keep it right here. It's different since I've left Maine. My setup's a little different. Well, I was thinking vanilla, Cindy. I was thinking the vanilla. Do you think the chocolate would be better? One plop chocolate drops. We could do chocolate. That'd probably be very good in coffee. All right, let's make them. Let's make them. Oh, they're so stinking easy, Meredith. They're so easy. I just got to get all the cottage cheese out of this because nobody wants cottage cheese in their coffee. I mean, oh my word. If anyone was going to put cottage cheese in their coffee, it would probably be me, but. Yes, I think the cinnamon would be good for people. I do the shrinker drops, which are cinnamon. Those are good. I'm not much of a cinnamon gal in my coffee. All right. Okay, these are the cookies. They looking mighty good. I don't know. Maybe I did overcook them. I don't know. But are they burnt? I burn them. All that extra time. I think 325 and they wouldn't have gotten quite. They're not burnt. They're just dark. Woo, they're hot too. I'm going to put them here to cool because we want them to be cooled a little bit because they're going to taste better cooled because goji berries and all will taste better cooler. All right, let's put that up there. Let me plop the rest on the pan, and then while they're cooking, we'll make some one plops. I've got the heat down to 325 now. There we go. Now I have it down to 325. And we will make these at 325 and see what the difference is. Bear with me while I drop my cookies. Better than losing my cookies. These look good. I think I got an extra. I think I got 13. I got 13 this time, not 12. So that makes them even less fat. Plus I dropped half of one. So really they're a baker's dozen. What's this sound? Sounds like a helicopter. What is that? All right, down to 325. Going to put them on for 14 minutes. All right. Yeah, you totally could do. All right, I got to pull up the one plop creamy drop recipe so I can tweak it from there. Let me pull it up on my pewter over here. One. One plop creamer drop. It's hilarious if you put that in. It's the first thing that comes up. Imagine that. All right, 2 cups of warm water. I'm gonna get my molds out. I'd like to make them in the molds if I could. Do I have, where are my molds? Where do you think I put those last time I used them? Not up there. Why aren't they up there? Where did I put them? Oh, KJ. I can make them in a pan and just cut them up, but I really like the little molds. They're cute. I have no flippin' idea where I put those things. I'll put them in here. I'll put them in there. All right, 2 cups of warm water. Need a microplaner on the bottom of the cookie. Oh, yeah, that would work. 2 cups. That is a 3/4, so I gotta do 2.5 to get 2 cups. All right, 3 tablespoons of MCT oil. This thing is wicked hard to squeeze. 1, 2. Dishwasher's done. 3 tablespoons of MCT oil. 3 tablespoons of THM Super Sweet. These, you might not need as much sweetener, but no, I didn't find my peanut butter, and I had to go buy more. 3 tablespoons of super sweet. You may want to lessen the sweetener because I am going to use a whey protein in here that is be sweetened. Table of sunflower lecithin. I hope I have gelatin now that I've started this recipe. I didn't even think to look. So a tablespoon of sunflower lecithin. You can leave that out if you want, but it is so good for your brain. What else? 10 tablespoons of gelatin. So I am going, oh, I do have gelatin. Hopefully, I don't know if I got 10 tablespoons or not. I hope so. I've gone through so much gelatin. That might be a bag of gelatin up there. I know I bought more. Hopefully I have enough. All right, now I'm going to do chocolate whey. So this is where, nope, that's strawberry. This is where the ratios may get off a little and I may have to do more liquid. So I'm going to do, all right, let's see. 4 tablespoons of this is 48 grams. If I do a 1/4 cup of this and get 12 creamer, I usually get 20 creamer drops. That's only going to be like 2 grams of protein per serving. So I really want these to be more. So I'm going to do a 1/2 cup. I'm going to do a 1/2 cup of chocolate whey. chocolate optimized whey. That's going to give me quite a bit more protein. But this is where I may need to adjust the liquid, so just bear with me. We'll see. We'll do this together. We're learning together. All right, so this is 96 grams of protein. If I can get 12 out of these, they'll be 8 grams of protein a piece. But I'll probably get more. Well, actually, there'll be way more than that because they got gelatin. Okay, so now we're gonna do 10 tablespoons of gelatin. This has 10 grams per tablespoon. This is pretty protein packed. Okay, 10 tablespoons of gelatin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 2 tablespoon measuring spoon. It's going to thicken up fast, but I can microwave it to soften it. So if it thickens up too fast, then I can just throw it in the microwave for 30 seconds to make it pourable. All right. 3 tablespoons. We got to figure out math on this one too. I don't know why I'm obsessed with math these days. What is? I got a couple of chunks. As it cools, it's going to thicken really quick. La, 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 this is fun. I don't know, Marianne. I've actually had that same question as to whether the I have to microwave this for a few seconds because I got some hardening of my gelatin going on. I'm just gonna do 30 seconds. I have been wondering the same thing about those cottage cheese wraps, whether they would stay or not. No, I don't think it does, Cindy. No, it doesn't. But that is, I did 30 times 3, 12, 42 grams of fat. So as long as it stays more than a tablespoon, or more than 10 servings, then they'll stay fuel pull. So this is where these get a little trickier. Is if you use 2 or 3, then if you go to 3, they'll be beyond a full fuel pull and they'll be an S. But if you can get 20 out of this is what I want to get ideally. If I can get 20 out of this, then these stay sipper level. 1 is a sipper. Okay. All right. So this has got 12. Look at the lumps. Why do I have lumps? My gelatin has never done that before. I wonder if it's the difference with the whey. I might have to use this thing to get those lumps out. I have never had that happen with my creamy drops. Just too cool, I think. It's got to be plenty hot. Plus that is the dissolving. It might be the whey, but I think it's just that it cooled off too quick is all. Ooh, try that. So if you get lumps in your creamy drops, just microwave them and blend them. They're fine. It's just a matter of cooling. It's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it cooled down too quick. That's all. All good. That one's got some chunks. Actually, I think I'm putting too much in there. I'm going to do like a couple tablespoons in each one. how many I can get out of this. I think I'll easily get, I really want to get 20. So this is a work in progress. This is why sometimes my videos don't go as smooth as others, because I'm writing recipes while I think. That one's a little full. All right. You could do mini muffin things. You could do a block, a pan, and then let them harden and cut them up, and then just stick them in the fridge. And hopefully with the whey protein, these will firm up the same way the regular plops do. Let's put them in here and see. Let's hope for the best. I wish I knew where my good gray, I've got very particular size of molds that I like to use for these. You'd think they'd be up here with my molds, but they're not. Are they? If I'd keep the same thing in the same place for more than one day. There they are. I just couldn't see them because I'm little. These are the perfect size ones to me. These are the perfect size. And you easily get 20 of these. All right. And I should have put those on a tray first. But I didn't. So now they're going to spill everywhere because I didn't do it right. You know what? I'm going to leave them right there to firm up. That's what I'm going to do. They'll firm up right there. Yes, these ones work perfect. These are the perfect creamy drop size. They're ideal. The hotter the water, the clearer the plop. Good to know. All right, I'm going to put this back. All right, let's see if our cookies are cool enough. Ready? There is, Julie. Yes, there is, Julie. These are quite good. These are good. And what did we say? How much protein per cookie? These are a win. These are a total win. 11 per cookie? I can have 2 cookies for a snack. Those are yum. Oh, I need my coffee with it. Are these firmed up yet? No. These firm up pretty quick. Hopefully, these will firm up with that whey protein, and I didn't just waste all that whey. If these don't firm up, I think they will. They should. But if the whey keeps these from firming up, these are so good. The goji berries in there give that little pop of sweet. If the whey protein for some reason keeps these from firming up, I will put an additional 5 tablespoons of gelatin in there. Pump up the gelatin. Pump it up. Pump the jam. Pump it up. All right. 14. Let's add another 4 minutes. really want to pop one of these so you can see how beautiful they are. You did it this way, Lori? Oh, it came out good. You just added whey to the recipe as is. These cookies, these are good because especially if you're on a GLP-1, sometimes just something small is all you can handle. If you were to put a couple creamy drops and one cookie, so you'd have 11 grams of protein in your cookie. And then how much did we say was in these, Cindy? Did we figure that out? Yeah. There's 12. 24. We got 24 that are about, I wish I knew how much. That's a good idea, Marianne. These would be good drizzled with chocolate. That's a really good idea. That's really good. I think I'm going to do that. Let's do that real quick while we wait for our plops to be ploppable. It's been an hour. We've been on here for an hour. And take another 1/4 cup of chips. And I'm just gonna, I need some coconut oil though. About 1/2 teaspoon of coconut oil in my chips. And make them harden back up nice. About 1/2 teaspoon. And I'm gonna melt them. Oh, they're getting there. They're touchable now. They're still real tacky, but they're touchable. Yep, 42 grams of fat. My battery's dying. I gotta plug in my iPad here. Oh, thanks, CJ. That's for the whole recipe. Oh. Oh, there, I'm dropping them all over the place. Oh my word. Dropping them everywhere. Pick up the chocolate chips before the dog gets them. 24. I would divide it by, I would tell people to break them into 24 servings. The plops. Divide into 24 servings. Remember, don't overheat your chocolate. Heat it until it's almost melted and then stir and see if you can get it to melt the rest of the way just by stirring. Because if you go much beyond that, it will seize. The chocolate is ready. I think these ones look good. So 14 minutes on 325 looks better. I think these are good. 14 minutes on 325. That one I'm going to take off because it's messed, all busted up. All right. 8 grams of protein for one plop. 8 grams of protein per plop. Sweet peanuts. That's amazeballs. All right. Get them drizzled. Not too thick there, KJ. Keep it drizzly. These are a thing of beauty. 11 grams of protein per cookie. These are a win. I call this a win. Eight grams for a plop and 19 grams of protein in one cookie and a cup of coffee. Actually, I'll probably use 2 plops, which means 16 plus 11, 27 grams of 27 grams of protein in a snack. Wow. Okay, these obviously are a little under firm because they haven't been in there that long. What on earth was that? So they're still a little sticky, and I wonder if these are gonna stay. Did yours stay like this, Lori, or do they firm up more? It looks like a breast implant, I'm gonna be honest. Here, it kind of looks like a breast implant. Did they firm up more or did they stay a little jiggly, Lori? These are kind of fun. They're like slime for kids. Edible slime. They do thin. Okay, so it just hasn't been that long. Yeah, 2 plops. I'm doing it, girl. And actually, what did we figure out for fat? There was 42 grams of fat and 24. Jill, these one of these is a sipper. Makes your coffee a sipper. 2 of these makes your coffee a fuel pull. 3 of these still makes your coffee a fuel pull. All right, let's get some coffee. Let's dump out this crappy old stuff. It wasn't that good, and I think the cream is a little underwhelming. Used an entire roll of paper towels on this more than 1 hour video. Okay, let's get coffee. Look, oh, these ones are firming up now too. Look, aren't they cute? They're not a lot. They're a little thicker than those ones, so they're not a lot. I can show me. I'm wasting natural gas over here. All right, let's see how these taste. The only bad thing about making them chocolate is people think their coffee has to be super light to taste creamy, and these are not going to make your coffee very light. The vanilla would. And the good thing about these is you get to sweeten them less or more. If you don't like your coffee very sweet, don't put the sweetener in, or don't put any in. If you like your coffee extra sweet, double it. They're your plops. They're your creamy drops. You do whatever you darn well please. But it looks like it's pretty good. Let's try it. It's hot. It's perfect. It's creamy. Ooh, it's chocolatey. And it's proteiny. Yay! All right, there we go. That's a whole crap load of protein right there. And now I have protein snacks for the rest of the week. Look at these cookies with the drizzle, okay? Let me get the perfect cookie. Which one will go on my website? Look. I used a half a cup. Look at these. Aren't they pretty with the chocolate drizzliness? Look. I'm gonna go take pictures outside on the deck and watch the neighbors laugh at me. All right. Thanks for joining me. I love you guys. I know it was a long video, but thanks. I appreciate you joining me. If you're not signed up for the webinar, I did the webinar last night. It was so good, I think. Anyway, I wrote it, so I feel like it was good. I don't know. You'd have to ask somebody who came, but we have a replay, another webinar, and I'll be live for questions on Monday night. And if you're not signed up for June in Holy Healthy with KJ, it is going to be a fabulous month. It's going to be a fabulous month. We're talking all about routines this month. And so come join me for the month of June. I hope to see you there. And if I don't, well, that's okay. Come to the webinar anyway. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you